morning, Desert Edge. Welcome to Sing Time. I'm your Student Body Activities Director, Jordan Lincoln.
And I'm Billy Miller, the Vice President.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence.
Thank you. Now it's time for DETV.
Coming up on today's show, tomorrow will be the 3rd Annual Desert Edge Career Fair.
And a colorful world news story and all that more coming up on today's show.
Hello Desert Edge, today is Thursday.
Go ahead, keep going.
Hello Desert Edge, today is Thursday, March 5th, and I'm Michaela.
And I'm Andrea Treviso. Welcome to DETV, the voice of Desert Edge High School.
And we have a great show lined up for today. But first, let's see what's cooking for lunch and cafeteria today.
Look at the prop. Look here.
Hot lunches choices are oven roasted chicken and mashed potatoes, corn on the cob, and buttermilk biscuits with a variety of fruit. That looks pretty tasty. Our cafeteria workers always do their best to dish out some good food, but now it's time to dish out some daily trivia with today's question of the day.
This Friday, DE will be holding its 3rd annual career fair. In the spirit of career fair, today's question of the day is career-oriented. Today's question is, what is the most common career in the United States?
That's a tough one, Andrea. I'll be thinking about it during the show.
We will have the answer at the end of the show.
Now let's move on to today's announcements. Students have a chance to enjoy some entertainment today. Theater 3 will be performing on ACT Plays this during second half of Power Hour, so come out and support our DE thespians. Tomorrow is the 3rd Annual Desert Edge Community Career Classic. Students will be visited on the Tomorrow's the 3rd Annual Desert Edge Community Career Classic and Career Fair. Students will be visited and advisory by 4 career professionals, and a career fair will be held at lunch. To accommodate the speakers, we will have a special schedule. Students will start in advisory, which will run from 8:10 until 9:25 in the morning. Periods will be 43 minutes with a regular power hour for lunch. Students are encouraged to be courteous during the presentations.
Student government is putting on their blood drive after spring break. The DE blood drive is on Friday, March 20th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the Oxygen. Interested students should talk to Mrs. Mendoza in A11 for more details.
The Marching Scorpions are partnering with the Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Arizona and are collecting donations of purses, shoes, blankets, stuffed animals, towels, books, small kitchen items, toys, small household items, linens, pillows, and clothing. Items could be dropped off here at DE on Saturday, March 7th from 9 a.m. to 11. The DEHS marching band will receive payment per pound for all items collected. Let's move on from what's happening at DE to what's going on in the world around us.
It's time for today's world news update.
Michael Bloomberg abruptly ended his presidential campaign Wednesday morning and endorsed Joe Biden. The billionaire says he agrees with Biden on many keys. Those include gun safety, health. Main key issues include gun safety, health care, and climate change, and creating good jobs. Joe Biden and Mike Bloomberg spoke by phone Wednesday morning. Bloomberg says he will now help Biden defeat President Trump. Even with the over $500 million spent on television and digital, Bloomberg was not able to overcome the operation and organization of Biden and Bernie Sanders. Bloomberg exits the race after a disappointing show on Super Tuesday that left him with only a single victory, American Samoa.
2 Central New York couples who were quarantined for weeks finally arrived home Tuesday. After 28 days spent in quarantine, the couples arrived in the Syracuse airport Tuesday night. What started out as their dream cruise around Asia on January 17th quickly turned amid the coronavirus outbreak. First, they were quarantined on the Diamond Princess cruise of the ship off the coast of Japan. Then they went quarantine at the Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio. None of them ever showed any signs of having the virus. All of them say that they're looking forward to being home and returning to normal lives.
If you're looking for something other than candy and toys for your Easter basket this year, here's one interesting option. Pastel clogs with pastel chicks, Crocs, and marshmallow candy maker Peeps teamed up to launch the line of footwear. You can get them online now for $49.99. They're available in Peeps Signature Blue, yellow, or pink, and the Peep-shaped charms can be attached to the top of the shoes. Some sizes are already out of stock, but they should be in stores starting next week. Now let's take a quick look at sports news. On Tuesday, boys tennis traveled to Scottsdale to take on the Saguaro Sabercats. The Scorpions come out swinging, take 2 of the 3 on the doubles with the Shane Ott's Elvis Pera making quick work of the Sabercats. Bradley Downs and Caillou Carlos won 8-0. In singles, Bradley Downs shut out his competition. Caillou Carlos did the same in his matches. In the end, the team score was 6-3, which means all the boys got celebratory Frosties. While the boys enjoyed their Frosties, the Lady Scorpions hosted Sabercats and pushed them to the limit underneath the lights before falling to 3-6 defeat.
Now it's time to go back in time when the U.S. was still controlled by the British Crown. The Boston Massacre, a big event in the road to American Revolution, happened today in 1777. At this time, America was protesting British rule, but not revolution. So to keep the peace, the British sent hundreds of troops to the American colonies. The Americans were obviously upset, so they began tossing snowballs at one of the soldiers. More Americans joined in as more British soldiers showed up in support of the soldier. The snowballs turned to the shells and the shells to rock. With one thing leading to another, the British fired on the Americans. This would go down in history as one of the most major events leading to the Revolution. With the death of these people, that begs the question, did the snowball fight cause the American Revolution? Well, we have some time to think about today's career-based question of the day. The question was, what is the most common career in the U.S.?
And the answer is retail salespeople. There are over 4.5 million retail workers in our country. This job is closely followed by cashiers and food service workers, which are the second and third most common. Now it's time to take a quick look at our weather. Looking at the state temps for today, Flagstaff will be a low of 38 and a high of 58, and Yuma will get up to 82 today.
Today it will be 70 degrees at lunch, and we will be in the low 80s when we leave school at 3:05.
Looking at our 5-day forecast, tomorrow and Saturday will be in the 80s. It will cool down on a Sunday into the 70s, and spring break will be filled with beautiful weather in the 70s. That does it for today.
Remember, you can send us suggestions, request suggestions, story ideas, and announcements to de2012@gmail.com.
Until next time, I'm Michaela.
And I'm Andrea. Have a great day, Scorpions.